Hi everyone, Kaitlin McGreyes here, founder of Be Her Village. I'm going to be posting videos on YouTube, little tidbits about my experience and thoughts that come up. So today I wanted to share with you a story about how I became afraid of my furniture. So for me, my postpartum anxiety after my first baby, which to be completely honest with you, I didn't even realize I had until I had my second baby, and I felt really calm and happy, and I was really confused about how I could love a baby and not be really freaking out about everything. My postpartum anxiety, it was fed. I don't want to say it was caused by, I think it was fed by an urgency to rid my child and my life of chemicals and toxins, which is a slippery slope because when you start to dive into, and I'm not trying to knock the organic health movement, I'm not trying to knock anything. I am still an organic mom, and I still try to do the right things, and I still try to choose natural products. The way I was doing it was not healthy the way I was doing it. I was joining group after group. I was reading article after article. I was changing our entire way of shopping, our entire way of being consumers. Everything was completely chemical free, and every single time I learned about another chemical, I would like, all right, now we're getting rid of this. Now we're getting rid of that. This is like a good thing, but I should get back to it. But I was like getting all organic, farm fresh ingredients and fermenting our food, and everything was completely holistic, completely natural. And again, I'm not knocking anybody who lives that way and aspires to live that way. I was not doing it in a healthy way. I was doing it in an obsessive way. And this goes against everything I stand for now, I was like that bitchy, judgmental mom who not only latched onto this idea of organic and healthy and crunchy and perfect, that was the idea. I also judged everybody who didn't do that. And I thought I was better than people. And I was just like spiraling down into this like organic, judgmental place. And it was not healthy for me. And it's one of those like tricky things though, because it is a movement, and there are lots of moms who are looking out for the health of their children and looking out for their own health and trying to find an answer to all of these chemicals and all of these things that are like industrial foods that are not made with our health in mind. So it felt and presented like I was just being a good mom. But there was one day where I read an article, and it was about formaldehyde in our rugs and couches. And I remember sitting in my apartment, and this was like what I did to pass time and what I did to like feel like a good mom, because I had one baby, and he took up like everything of me, but I needed something to do with my time. It's really much better for everybody that I've gone back to work. But I was reading an article, and it said that there was formaldehyde in our couches and formaldehyde in our rugs, and that it filled our air in our homes with toxic chemicals. And I remember sitting in my living room and feeling afraid of my furniture and feeling afraid of my rug and thinking, how am I going to get rid of these, and how am I going to get new ones, and what am I going to do? And I suddenly had this like snap out of this descent into perfection, this descent into natural. And I had this glimmer of my old self, and I thought, what has happened? How have I become so far into this that I am afraid of my furniture? I'm afraid of my couch right now. This is too much. And I backed off big time. Again, I still am in this feeling of wanting to have the best for my family, but I think part of what I realized is that the best for my family is when I am healthy and I am stable and I am calm and I am not obsessive and I am not practicing self-forgiveness, and I'm not trying to be perfect. And I was very lucky that when I realized I was afraid of my furniture, that I was able to recognize how far I had gone off of my center of who I am, because I am not somebody, at least I don't take myself to be. My family might disagree. I am not a highly anxious person. I'm not somebody who obsesses over things. I'm typically pretty laid back. I don't know. I think maybe the most anxious people say that, but that's how I feel. And it felt really good to kind of like finally get that perspective. And since then, I have been working to be less judgmental, and my doula work has absolutely helped me with that. But also, I have a desire to speak the truth about what postpartum looks like, about what motherhood looks like, because I think that there is this feeling of perfectionism that is required of us. And the truth is that nobody's perfect. I am really, really, really far from perfect, and I'm pretty sure all of you are too. And I think that a lot of good can happen when we come together and we recognize that we're going to do the best we can, but that we need help in doing it, and that we don't have to be afraid of our couches. So that's part of what Be Her Village is all about. It's about coming together, recognizing things are difficult. They don't have to be as difficult. There's help out there, and let's recognize the mother's experience. So thank you for listening, and see you soon. Bye.